Right to Education Bill to come up in the Lok Sabha. Educationalists say the bill is a right step in the right direction despite several lacunae.
Manmohan Singh refused charges of diluting India's stand on Pakistan, says engagement only way forward.
Andhra Pradesh High Court stays Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation elections.
And Gayatri Devi passes away. The country bids the timeless beauty of royal farewell.
A very good morning. You're watching Newsbreak. I'm Preeti Raghunath.
And I'm Luqman Khan with you.
Moving on to the news in detail, Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh on Wednesday asserted there was no dilution in India's stand on cross-border terrorism, but argued there was no alternative to engagement with neighbours. His reasoned reply came after the opposition as well as supporting parties came down hard on the Prime Minister, accusing him of compromising India's consensual stand of not having a dialogue with Pakistan till that country ends cross-border terrorism.
Said many times before, we cannot wish away the fact that Pakistan is our neighbor. We should be good neighbors.
Prime Minister Manmohan Singh began his reply to the allegations on Indo-Pak joint statement with telling effect. He said that he had not given in to Pakistan's demands. He said it was impossible for any Indian government to work for full restoration of ties with Pakistan unless that country fulfills its commitment to not allow terrorist operations from its soil.
It is impossible for any government in India to work towards full normalization of our relations with Pakistan unless the government of Pakistan fulfills in letter and spirit the commitment not to allow its territory to be used in any manner for terrorist activities against India. This recent meetings that we can have a meaningful dialogue with Pakistan only if they fulfill their commitment in letter and spirit not to allow their territory to be used in any manner for terrorist activities against India.
The Prime Minister asserted there was no dilution in India's stand on cross-border terrorism. Allaying apprehensions about the delinking of action on terror from the composite dialogue, Singh said Islamabad was aware that action on terror is an absolute and compelling imperative that does not depend on the resumption of dialogue.
This message was repeated when the foreign ministers and foreign secretaries met. I stand by what I have said in Parliament, that there has been no dilution of our position in this regard. Pakistan must defeat terrorism before being consumed by it.
He said that Pakistan must shut down the terrorist camps and organizations that still operate from there. Dr. Singh said that it is the first time that Pakistan admitted that its nationals are involved in terrorist attacks against India. He said that the dossier detailed the planning and sequence of investigation by Pakistan's Federal Investigation Agency, which also included the copy of first information report that was substantiated by photos of the arrested person. Bureau Report, HYTV.
That was one of the hottest debates in recent times. Now, the opposition BJP on Wednesday slammed the central government on including the Balochistan in the joint statement and being soft on terror with Pakistan. That's what they said. The party leader Yashwant Sinha blamed the UPA government for giving a vague excuse of including Balochistan in the joint statement issued after the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh met Yusuf Raza Gilani in Egypt this month. Sinha also termed the joint statement a bad draft as it included a sentence that read action on terrorism should not be linked to the composite dialogue process and these should not be bracketed.
In the other top story, the landmark Right to Education Bill will come up for hearing, for review in the Lok Sabha today. The RTE has already been passed by the Rajya Sabha on July 20th and now awaits the Lok Sabha's approval. The bill brings within its purview children in the age group of 6 to 14 years. The age specifications is in keeping with the 86th Amendment Act of 2002, which made free education for children in the 6 to 14 age group a fundamental right. The bill also has a provision that reserves 25% seats in private schools so that children are able to receive free education in a neighborhood school. Educationalists have welcomed the bill as a move in the right direction, even as they have pointed out several lacunae in it.
In the other big news, the PDP has accused the CBI of protecting the Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Umar Abdullah. The party president Mehbooba Mufti said that the investigation by the CBI lost its momentum after some names like Umar Abdullah had cropped up. In a fit of rage, opposition leader Mehbooba Mufti tore up a CBI letter absolving Umar Abdullah of any link to the Srinagar sex scandal, while the ruling party moved a privilege motion against the PDP's Muzaffar Hussain Beg for levelling the accusation. In 2006, the CBI, probing the sex scandal, arrested 2 former state ministers and lawmakers, but later freed them on bail.
जो पहला स्टेप सीबीआई का है वो इनके खिलाफ जितने भी नाम हैं, ये 190 नाम हैं, और मेरे ख्याल में 190 में इन 2 नामों की वजह से बाकी लोग भी बच गए, क्योंकि जब बड़े नाम आ गए तो इन्वेस्टिगेशन वहीं रुक गया। तो हम ही ने सीबीआई इंक्वायरी मांगी थी, मगर जब उन्होंने बड़े-बड़े नाम देखे, ऊपर से प्रेशर आ गया, 1 साल से पहले तकरीबन वहीं की वहीं जो है इन्वेस्टिगेशन।
Moving on, the prosecution in the Mumbai terror attacks trial on Wednesday sought the special court's permission to examine 3 US witnesses via video conferencing. In an application before Special Judge M.L. Tahiliani, Special Public Prosecutor Ujjwal Nikam said that while the 3 American nationals would be examined through video conferencing, 2 officials of the US Federal Bureau of Investigation would depose in person before the court. In a related development, the Kassab's defense lawyer Abbas Kazmi moved an application seeking the special court's directives to bring on record Kassab's so-called videographed confessional statement.
Seeking an early resolution to the gas supply dispute involving Mukesh Ambani-led RIL and Oil Ministry, Anil Ambani will approach the Supreme Court today for the final hearing on this September 1st, a move that is likely to find support with the government this time. Here, there are also indications that Oil Ministry will amend its petition to limit the payers to the government's right on fixing gas price, leaving alone the Ambani family deal, based on which an MOU was signed for supply of gas by the RIL to RNRL. Sources said that the amended petition will seek to change only that part of the agreement that pertains to gas supply and delink the production sharing contract between the government and the RIL from the family settlement. The rift between the brothers echoed in the Lok Sabha as the House was adjourned 3 times on Wednesday after members of the Samajwadi Party, whose leaders are perceived to be close to Anil Ambani, demanded Deora's resignation for his role in the dispute.
Floods continue to wreak havoc in Tripura, with continued heavy downpour dislodging hundreds of villagers from their houses in low-lying areas. In capital Agartala and outskirts, rising waters of the Haurag and Katakal rivers swamped large swaths of farmland, submerging homes and disrupting road transport. About 50,000 people have been forced into relief camps, while hundreds more are wading in water in and around their homes after intense downpour since the last 2 days.
The city of Patna witnessed protests and counter-protests, with one of the demonstrations boasting of donkeys as active participants on Wednesday. Consequent to a gory event of a woman being beaten and stripped in glaring public view a week ago, there has been a series of protests, shutdowns and rallies as well in Patna. However, the one held on Wednesday by the supporters of the ruling Janata Dal United Party to vent their ire against their political opponent Ramvilas Paswan of the Lok Janashakti Party was astride donkeys. On the other hand, the LJP members also staged a demonstration against the Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar.
जी का पुतला दहन करके ये बतलाना चाहते हैं कि रामविलास जी आप सिर्फ एक वर्ग के ही नहीं बल्कि एक परिवार के आप नेता बन करके रह गए, और आपको अगर लगता है कि आपने गलती किया तो आपको प्रायश्चित करना चाहिए, और हमारी मांग है कि वो राजनीति से संन्यास ले लें।
The erstwhile Maharani of Jaipur, Gayatri Devi, passed away at the age of 90 after a prolonged illness on Wednesday. Known for her timeless beauty, Gayatri Devi was named as one of the most beautiful women in the world, even in her late 40s. She was recently admitted at the Sanktobba Durlabji Memorial Hospital in the city with stomach and respiratory problems. Born into the royal family of Coach Behar, Devi married the king of Jaipur, Savai Man Singh, in 1939. She was his third wife. The cremation will take place with full royal honour today.
कल उनका सवेरे जो है लास्ट फ्यूनरल होगा करीबन 10:30 से 12:30 आम जनता के लिए दर्शन के लिए पैलेस में रखेंगे बॉडी को और 3:30 बजे कल उनका पूरा शाही सम्मान के साथ अंत्येष्टि करी जाएगी.
So I think especially to the women in general, she was a pioneer for women's rights, and she was, she started education for women who never went out into schools, and she's an era that has passed.
Time to go in for a short break at this moment.
We'll come back with more news in just a bit.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsbreak. Moving on to more news, the Andhra Pradesh High Court on Wednesday stayed the process for the elections to the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation after various groups alleged discrepancies in reservations and voter lists. In an interim order, the court directed the government not to go ahead with the poll process. A division bench headed by Chief Justice A.R. Dave passed the orders on a batch of writ petitions filed by various groups. Following the court order, the State Election Commissioner will not be able to issue a notification for the polls at least till the 3rd week of August, when the matter will come up for hearing again.
The BJP has welcomed the court's verdict. Speaking to media, the party leaders said that nearly 20 petitions were received regarding the anomalies in the voters' list. They included discrepancies in quotas, among other things as well.
ग्रेटर हैदराबाद म्यूनिसिपल कॉरपोरेशन के चुनाव के बारे में आज आंध्र प्रदेश हाई कोर्ट ने चुनाव को स्टे दिया है. इसी संदर्भ में हाई कोर्ट ने बताया गया इस डिवीजन लिमिटेशंस बॉर्डर्स निर्णय में और बीसी के बैकवर्ड क्लासेस के पॉपुलेशन सेंसस में और इसके साथ साथ जो बीसी के 33% रिजर्वेशन है उसमें आज हैदराबाद में मुस्लिम वर्ग पूरा चुनाव में लड़ने के लिए जो मौका दिए गए इस विषय पर आंध्र प्रदेश के हाई कोर्ट ने.
Meanwhile, TDP President N. Chandrababu Naidu came down heavily on AP Assembly Speaker N. Kiran Kumar Reddy on Wednesday. He said that the Speaker is taking unilateral decisions that were biased towards the ruling party.
हम विधानसभा में कोई भी प्रेस वार्ता और बैठक नहीं कर सकते और ना ही कोई लाइव कर सकते हैं.
The Pracharajam party's efforts to keep its leader Devendra Gaur in the party seem to be in vain, as the former TDP leader is all set to come back into the TDP fold. Amidst the news that Devendra Gaur is leaving the Pracharajam party, leaders like Allu Arvind and Ramchandraya held discussions with Devendra Gaur at Allu Arvind's house. After the 2-hour-long discussion, Devendra Gaur said he was having discussions with both the parties.
ఇంకా ఇప్పుడు ఇంతవరకు నేను ఎలాంటి నిర్ణయం కూడా మేము ఇంకేం తీసుకోలేదు. డిస్కస్ చేస్తున్నాము. ఐఎమ్ ఏ పొలిటీషియన్, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ నేనేం చిన్నపిల్లవాడిని కాదు. రాజకీయాల గురించి భవిష్యత్ రాజకీయాలు ఏ విధంగా ఉండబోతున్నాయి, ఇప్పుడు ఎవరు ఏ విధంగా ఉండాలి, మా పాత్ర ఏ విధంగా ఉండాలి, ఎవరి పాత్ర ఏ విధంగా ఉండాలనే దానిపైన ఒక స్పష్టంగా అందరికీ చెప్పిన తర్వాతనే ఏదైనా.
In some other news, prime accused in the multi-crore stamp paper scam, Abdul Karim Telgi, will be produced at a local court in Sholapur of Maharashtra today in connection with the cheating case. Police said Telgi allegedly cheated Azhar Fazal of 30,000 rupees by promising him a job in a foreign country in 1992 and was absconding since then. Following Telgi's arrest in the multi-crore fake stamp paper scam, Sholapur police furnished their demand for his possession to Karnataka judiciary through the Sholapur court.
In other news, Abdul Halim, a prime accused in the Kozhikode twin blast, has disclosed that the bombs used in the blast were assembled in a rented accommodation in the heart of the city. He told the interrogators that an elusive LET operative, T. Nasir, helped him in this activity. Halim also confessed that another absconding youth identified as Azhar and Panur area from the Panur area had also joined the duo in putting together the bombs. The blast at 2 bus shelters in Kozhikode had killed 2 persons, including a policeman.
Moving on, supporters and members of the Vidudalai Chirutaigal Katchi party staged a demonstration outside the Central Station in Chennai on Wednesday. The VCK members demanded the lifting of the ban on the LTTE and also equal rights for Sri Lankan Tamilians residing as refugees in India since many years. Union Minister Tol Tirumavalavan, who led the demonstration, contended that with the death of the Tigers chief V. Prabhakaran in May 2009, the LTTE had become a non-entity. As such, the ban must be lifted immediately.
School children in Nagpur sent Rakhis to the soldiers ahead of Raksha Bandhan festival to be celebrated on the 5th of August. Colonel Sunil Deshpande, principal of Prahar Vidyalaya, said that the main objective of organizing this exercise was to inculcate the spirit of respect for the soldiers among the school children. Nidhi, a school student, said that this year she had made 15 Rakhis for the soldiers.
प्रहार संस्था का कि समाज में सैनिकी गुणों का प्रसारण हो, अनुशासन, निर्भयता, जागरूकता, नैतिक मूल्य का पालन और राष्ट्र प्रेम, और फिर हम अलग अलग उपक्रम ये हम करते रहते हैं। तो ये जो उपक्रम है, इसके पीछे की भावना जो है, ये भावना ये है कि बच्चों में सैनिकों के प्रति एक आदर निर्माण हो और एक प्रेम निर्माण हो।
मैंने 15 राखियाँ बनाई है सैनिकों को बॉर्डर पे भेजने के लिए। वो रक्षा करते हैं हमारी, वो एनिमी से लड़ते हैं, तब जाके हम और
Time to go in for another short break now.
We'll come back in a jiffy.
This is Funda, Monday to Saturday, 6:30 AM, only on HYTV.
Welcome back.
You're watching Newsbreak.
In the other news, which is from the sports world, for the first time ever, 3 top sportspersons, boxers, that is McMary Com, and Vijender Singh and wrestler Sushil Kumar, were on Wednesday selected for the country's highest sporting honour, the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award. It is the first time that 3 have been picked for the coveted honour for their outstanding performance in 2008 and 2009. 4-time world champion McMary Com and Olympic bronze medalist Vijender Kumar are the first boxers to get the award, which carries an enhanced prize money of Rs 7.5 lakhs and a citation as well. Saina Nehwal, cricketer Gautam Gambhir, world record holder for the double trap shooting event, Ranjan Sodhi, veteran hockey player Ignace Turkey, and the chess player Tanya Sajdev were among the 15 athletes selected for the Arjuna Awards this year.
Now, despite the stern wildlife laws, the species of big wildcats in India are in danger. It is not a hidden fact that the tiger population in our country have reduced manifold and it is on the verge of extinction. Union Minister of Environment and Forest Jairam Ramesh asserted that innumerable instances of poaching of wild animals, particularly on the majestic striped felines like the tiger, pose a serious threat to our entire ecosystem.
Wildlife enthusiasts discussed the fate of the Royal Bengal tiger and linked it to the country's ecosystem. Sanctuary Asia, the Wildlife Conservation Trust and the Nehru Memorial Museum and Library have jointly hosted the two-day 5th National Bengal Tiger Consultation Meeting, which commenced on July 28th. Mr. Jairam Ramesh said that instead of translocating the tigers, poaching needs to be curbed.
ट्रांसलोकेट किया था सरिस्का में 2002 और 2004 के बीच में करीब 22 या 23 टाइगरों की पोचिंग हुई थी। अभी हम लोगों ने 3 टाइगर ट्रांसलोकेट किए हैं रणथंभौर से। अगले 4 महीने में और 2 टाइगर आएंगे तो सरिस्का की संख्या 5 टाइगर हो जाएगी। अब तक हमारा जो तजुर्बा रहा है वो बहुत सकारात्मक रहा है। ये ट्रांसलोकेशन बहुत सफल हुआ है और हम अभी पन्ना में भी ट्रांसलोकेशन हुआ है, परंतु ट्रांसलोकेशन एक सोल्यूशन नहीं है, हमें पोचिंग के खिलाफ लड़ना। आज सबसे बड़ा खतरा पोचिंग से आता है।
School children at this meet shared their views and took part in a variety of activities like face painting and poster making. The objective was to win the support for the proposition to stress on protection of wildlife ecosystems and species as important to national development. Karan Singh, former ambassador and minister, Indian cricketer Rahul Dravid, Deputy Chairman of Planning Commission Mr. Montek Singh Ahluwalia and Corporate Affairs Minister Salman Khurshid also shared their thoughts on this occasion.
Yeah, I think a lot needs to be done to protect our ecosystem, to protect the forests, and poaching is one of them. I mean, there's so many things that need to be done, and like I said, I'm here to learn about it, and I'm sure a lot of good things are being done, and a long ways forward to go. But like I said, I mean, you know, if we can learn to save the tiger, we can save the forests. Saving the forests affects climate change, you know, which is a huge issue at the moment. So I think it's all interrelated.
Poaching wildlife for body parts that are in demand in other countries like the Far East has posed a great threat to wildlife. Convention on International Trade on Endangered Species of Wild Flora and Fauna have been notified and has appealed to the international community to support India in its effort to conserve tigers. Bureau Report, HYTV.
The music album of the forthcoming Bollywood movie East Fast Forward, that is the movie's name, was unveiled in Mumbai on Wednesday. Fast Forward claims to be India's first full-fledged and hardcore dance-based movie. It has been produced by Anjum Razvi of A Wednesday fame. A Wednesday is the movie he had made earlier. Debutant director Zaygam Ali Syed feels that the genre of the dance has not been discovered in Bollywood films till now. The movie is a rags-to-riches story about a guy who believes in his dreams. This movie is a musical romantic venture with dance Latin American forms. Dance in many Latin American forms, that is like the salsa, the cha-cha, the rumba and the samba as well as the central theme of the story. This movie is a musical romantic venture with dance as the central theme of the story.
Well, with that, we've come to the end of Newsbreak.
Thanks very much for watching. Stay tuned to HMI TV for more updates. Bye for now.